You need to know how I went from making $300,000 a year at age 26 to no job overnight, because I don't want to see you go through the same experience. It's been a challenging last few weeks for me. In this video, I will share with you how my views on remote work, making money, and my definition of success have changed as a result of being fired from corporate America for a non-performance related issue. By the end of this video, you will come away learning 3 real-life tangible online money-making opportunities that I have been reliant on these last few weeks. Subscribe to the channel now with notifications turned on because it helps. I used to believe strongly in the need to go into the office to work. The reason I believe that is because I thought, I want to show my company how loyal I am. I want to show them how prideful I am. I want to show them how much I care about being around my teammates. So I showed up to the office each and every day. If you commute for 1 hour a day, which is what I was doing in my past life in Dallas, that's 260 hours a year that you're commuting, leading to 11 days of your life each year spent in the car, sitting in traffic. Maybe not as bad if you're listening to a video like this one. I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound like the best way to be spending your time. I now find myself with no quota, an open calendar, no mandatory return to office policy, and the ability to make income online from any remote location I choose. As we think about making money, if you do not have Wi-Fi or online income at this point in time, if your income is fully reliant on your W-2 job career income, then you are 100% behind and need to keep watching this video. A traditional job is a place where you trade your time for money. Some of us get paid more than other people because we're in the right opportunities at the right time, or we have more leverage in our jobs. Think about a pyramid. Let's call it the leverage pyramid, time to money. At the very bottom of the pyramid, the worst job you can be doing is an hourly job, which is typically low skill, non-knowledge work where you are directly trading your time for money. Let's say you work at a warehouse, you get paid $20 an hour, you're stacking pallets, unloading containers. It's a noble profession. It needs to be done, but it is very challenging to get ahead financially if you are working 10 hours a day, 2 hours of overtime, making $300 a day. You're exhausted and you're capped out on the amount of time you can actually work per day and over the course of a year. So you're fixed. Your income has a cap. If you're a lawyer, if you're a doctor, you think these professions are the highest paid out there because they require 10 years of school, hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt, and you have a high standing in society. But I'm here to tell you all of those professions are still hourly workers. Rather than getting paid $20 an hour, you're getting paid $200 or $2,000 an hour. Your time is still directly linked to money, which is why you need to navigate to the middle layer of the pyramid, which is a performance-based career. This is where you're getting paid a salary. You're still trading your time for money because you need to work 9 to 5, the traditional rat race, but you get paid a disproportionate amount of money relative to your effort or time. Because if you go close a big deal in your tech sales job, if you go write a transformative program in your coding job, if you go close a large transaction between 2 companies doing a merger and acquisition as an investment banker, those are 3 modern performance-based careers where you can make a lot of money because you're able to outperform what you're expected to make based on incentives baked in for performance, helping your company make more money. The next level of the pyramid, which is the top, is owning a business. Imagine if I told you, hey, you're gonna sell my software product, you're gonna do all the work, and you're going to keep 10% of the upside, and I'm going to keep the remaining 90% of the upside. Given I have to invest that in making the product better, paying employees, but bottom line, the owner of the business is the individual who has the most leverage for their time because they're often not actually in the trenches doing the work. They will hire operators and managers to actually coach these people and focus on the employees who are doing the work. And meanwhile, they are sitting back at high-level executive positions, making strategic decisions and or being a passive observer on the board because they own equity in the company and they're getting paid distributions because perhaps they took the risk to set up the company. The reason why they have so much leverage is because they capitalize on that upside, right? They have limited inputs, meaning they're not actually doing the work. And meanwhile, their output capacity is virtually unlimited because they hire employees to do the work. They invest money to make more money. They use programming and code to have infinite, unlimited scale, being able to sit in an undisclosed location on the beach and reach millions of people with their program or they use media, meaning I sit here talking to my camera, I spend 2 hours making the video, and this video then has unlimited upside because it could go have 1 million views so long as you comment the fire emoji down below in the comments for reach. Think about it. I spend an hour and it reaches hundreds of hours of watch time because it has leverage. How can you be an owner of an asset that pays you, that grows in value over time? Or how can you use more leverage, meaning you limit the time you put into something, but you maximize the output capacity of what you're actually able to get out of the work you put in? My definition of career success has changed drastically since being fired because I used to view myself, my self-worth, my self-identity by how was I performing relative to all of my colleagues in this arbitrary career trajectory hierarchy. Oh, I reached senior account executive by age 26. Oh, I put up $300,000 of income. I'm so special. And then at the end of the day, you realize you're just a number and you're just as expendable as anybody else in the company. Imagine if you spent 40 years in financial services working your way up the career ladder to work at Silicon Valley Bank, and you're the CEO of this great reputable company, the 18th largest bank, that all of a sudden magically overnight goes bankrupt. You lose all your money, you lose all your customers' money, and your reputation is absolutely diminished. That's what you get in this traditional career hierarchy. Imagine working at a software company and the company happens to go public at $30 a share, and then all of a sudden the company gets purchased by a private equity firm for $18 a share, and it forces all the employees who worked hard to build the value for the company into a squeeze to lose the money in the equity they worked so hard to obtain. So long as you're an employee at the bottom of the ladder, you have no decision or no control over your career, which is why it's so important to, one, diversify your income streams, but also change the way you view success. I don't look at myself as how am I doing relative to other people. I look at it, how am I doing compared to my potential and simply being better than yesterday. I want to fully de-link my time from money. Working in a traditional career, it's virtually impossible to do this unless you reach the absolute top of the ladder. I want to make money while I'm sleeping. I want to make money anywhere. I want to make money with people I want to be around. I want to make money doing things I'm passionate about and activities that actually bring me joy, which is why it's so important to identify, well, what are opportunities to make money online in creative ways? And I'm going to tell you 3 right now that I have used in the last 2 weeks that 100% are verifiable and work. Number 1, day trading. I was sitting here middle of the day after going on a long walk on the beach to start my Monday morning. That's why my hair is all messed up. And I was looking at the CNBC program and they said, Silicon Valley Bank, it has fear in the whole market. The whole financial system's going to crash. And I was thinking, okay, well, all of these bank stocks that have dropped 10, 15% in one day have the fundamentals of the business, how much money they're making, how much money they're paying people. Has that changed? For most of them, no. Based on my understanding of what I've researched, it's just this fear tactics the media is using to draw you in. So if you look at the poor decision making of Silicon Valley Bank, and then you look at other companies, say Charles Schwab, a brokerage firm that I have my money invested in, I looked at him and I said, well, the company hasn't changed. The stock price has gone down dramatically. Let me put multiple thousands of dollars in that stock and see what happens. And then next thing you know, an hour later, it goes up $300 and I decide, you know what, I better get out of this so I can just have more cash, sell. Within 2 hours, I made $300 doing absolutely no work besides taking a step back and saying, you know what, this is an opportunity where I can make money. I'm not saying that you should go invest your money in day trade. I'm not saying I'm going to continue doing that. All I'm saying is if you have a little bit of money set aside and you see an opportunity in the market, oh, I use my iPhone every day. Let me buy some Apple stock. How can you shift your mindset from being a consumer? Let me go on Amazon.com and order a pair of headphones to, hey, let me go buy a share of Amazon stock. And that's the point I want you to take away, not day trade, unless you observe an opportunity and you're perspicacious enough like I am, but how can you become an owner and not just a consumer? Opportunity number 2 is to use a specialized skill set that you have to provide a service that would be valuable to someone else. An example of this, I'll give you 2. Number 1, I have a YouTube channel that's making money that I'm not trying to sell you anything here today. All I ask is that you subscribe with notifications turned on because it really helps and allows me to keep doing it. Someone reached out to me. I actually get dozens of requests. Hey, can I edit for you? Hey, can I make thumbnails for you? And eventually someone caught my attention and he said, hey, your average view duration rate and your click-through rate, they will be higher if you work with me. Here's an example of my work. And now I'm paying him $300 a month to make thumbnails for my videos. He has a specialized skill making thumbnails. I have a specialized skill making videos and I'm already making money. So he thought, how can he get in the middle between the money making and make the gap even bigger so more water flows through, so I pay him and it helps me make more money. That's an example of how he's making money. Another example of how you can use your specialized skill set to make money online is to help somebody who's already making money online. So we talked about the thumbnail editor. Now let's share an example of what I'm doing to make money. There's an individual who's a big influencer on LinkedIn. I'm not gonna say his name, but we've come into a partnership because he has an existing business where he sells courses. I happen to have a skill set where I understand sales and I understand course creation, I understand communication. So we started talking and I said, hey, let me make you a course. Let me make available my product on your website. It will help you make more money and it will allow me to make money through your website. That's a win-win situation, and that then allows me to make more money, diversify my income, and help other people make more money. The third and final example that you can use today to make money online is ask yourself, what seems obvious to you is gold to others. So we talked about the course example, but look at what skill set do you have? Are you a specialist in sales? Are you a specialist in knitting? Are you a specialist in working out? Are you a specialist and you've been in a relationship healthy for 5 years? What do you know about that other people struggle with in their life? Because where people have pain points, they are willing to pay for solutions. So for example, if I don't feel good because I'm not in good shape, I don't have energy, hey, how could I put together a program with here's a recipe to my special smoothie that's gonna give you more energy and help you lose weight? Let me charge $10 a month subscription for a new smoothie recipe each and every month. Okay, how do I get this in the hands of people who need the help? Can I go on LinkedIn? Can I go on Facebook? Can I go on TikTok? Can I start making content talking about my expertise on this given subject? Because we have free platforms available that you can pull out your phone, you can pull out a camera, you can post it online. It can reach tens of millions of people that have those problems that you are then highlighting in your content. And hey, here's an offer so good you can't refuse. So an example of what I do with that is I partner with another company to help folks get hired in tech sales. I got hired in tech sales with no experience, no internships, or no connections. So I prepared a course talking about how exactly I got in tech sales and everything you need to know about tech sales given my career trajectory, working my way up at a large public tech company from a sales development rep to a senior account executive. I'm not trying to sell that program to you here today unless you're trying to get in tech sales, but that's an example of how I took information that was obvious to me, but is transformative in gold to others. And I have 17 hours of paid content behind the paywall. And those are 3 ways that I am making money today that you could just ask yourself, what are one of those? What are one of those ways where I could spend 5 hours sitting down, no distractions, this weekend or in one of the evenings, and just think about where is money being made? What do I know? And how can I help other people be more successful and reach the results they want in life? And that's why I make videos like this one, because not only do I make money from it, but I also love this and I have a lot of fun with it. If you enjoyed today's video and found value, subscribe now with notifications turned on, and I'll talk to you in the next video.